Geopold, the GOAT, uploaded. China versus North Korea. I will probably get put on a watch list watching this video. I can imagine.
China. North Korea.
You see the money.
You gotta know the money.
Two communist nuclear neighbors. Both have iconic, infamous, supreme leaders. Both have been making headlines recently. Both have special economic zones. Both have massive influence over the world. Well, maybe to different extents.
I'm on, cuz.
But today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put my
Thank you, Adam, for the 10.
skyrocketing social credit score on the line by once and for all answering the question on everyone's minds right now: China or North Korea? Our first
I have seen so many videos of people trying to visit North Korea recently. It's actually crazy. I remember, bro, that the first people to break it was Vice. They went to, that's right, 13 years ago. I'm so old. But they did this whole video breaking down, going to North Korea and stuff. It was really interesting. But now, the problem is now, everyone's doing it, bro. There's no hype anymore. Like, everyone is, like, visiting North Korea. Like, did they just open the floodgates to, like, all the YouTubers and stuff? There's so many people. Yeah, that guy 3 months ago. 7 years ago? Wow, I'm getting old. What? I can't even click don't recommend. Piss off. Piss off, Dolan. Anyway. Yeah, I made my point. I made my point. I give some Reddit silver for that one. Great job. Proud of you.
Agree up is beer. Yeah, I'm about to blow your mind, dude. This is Taedong-gang, North Korea's national lager. Yep.
Kim Jong-un
apparently developed such a taste for European beer.
All this footage is DPRK promotional material from North Korea's state-owned beer, which I found on various corners of the internet. Lamau. I cannot believe this footage exists.
During his time growing up in Switzerland.
How you
They brew their own beer. They can't be that bad then, surely.
feeling, Jeff?
Oh yeah,
You drunk?
kind of, but not quite.
Okay.
In the year 2000, he convinced his dad to cash in hand buy the brewery Ushers from Wiltshire, England. You know, where Glastonbury and Stonehenge is. Most kids beg
They imported a UK brewery. Bruh.
their dads to buy them toys,
Doesn't North Korea pay content creators to visit and praise their country? I don't know. The only thing I do know is, like, because they're having so many people that go to Korea, talk shit about them and then leave, they do check your cameras and stuff to make sure you're not slating them. I mean, North Korea is a scary place, man. I mean, like, you saw what happened with Otto Warmbier. The guy got drunk in his hotel. He stole a poster thinking, like, oh, this is funny. Like how people would steal, like, a glass or something from a bar when they're drunk. But then, like, he literally died.
magazines. Maybe you're even sneakily pleading to get a sip of your dad's beer.
That's a 30-year-old British man, by the way. That's gonna be me in 2 years.
The Indian restaurant. I know I was. But no! This fat, drunk motherfucker Kim Jong-un asked and received an entire brewery. Everything from the tiles on the walls to the secret family recipe was handed over to North Korean delegates, who, according to Usher's old head brewer, were nice blokes. It was all shipped to Pyongyang, and since then the DPRK have replicated the formula, creating over 10 major breweries in the country.
That has to be a bucket list thing, man. I want to try a North Korean beer before I die. Imagine the taste.
Providing North Koreans with a steady stream of European-style golden nectar. Taedong-gang, which is described as having a fragrant, smooth, soft taste. Honestly, it sounds and looks fucking great. However, the real question is, can I betray Tsingtao? Can I betray God's elixir itself? Crispy, bitter, bubbling with positive...
I've never tried Chinese beer. I mean, I've only tried... The only Asian beer I've tried is probably Sapporo. Oh, it's like, you know when you see the beer tier lists, and it's always like... they always have Asahi as like A tier or S tier, because it's like the safe one. Because Asahi owns like half the beer on the planet. And there's always like a schizo theory that like Asahi make their own beer slightly nicer because it's technically their house. But yeah, I swear, like, people just say Asahi's S tier because it's like... it's Place Japan beer. It's got to be good, right? It's got to be good, guys. I promise.
Positive social credit. I don't know if I can. I mean, just look at this video of me, no fuckers, and Gatsu 36.
Roman, what happened to your hairline? Oh my god, it's evaporating. Dude, I thought my hairline was... Oh my god, get him to Turkey right now. Look how tall he is, man. I haven't met Roman yet. I wanted to meet him at some point, but like, it's so funny because he is like... I met Geopold. He was kind of baby height. Like, I was taller than him. But Roman is actually enormous. But it's funny, he looks like he's just sat there with like his 2 nephews or something.
Gatsu, 3 6-foot YouTubers, by the way. Taste testing this heavenly...
Wait. Post the height again.
And Gatsu, 3 6...
6 foot tall, 6 foot tall. Okay, nice cope. I don't think you were 6 foot when I met you. Nice cope.
Foot YouTubers, by the way. Taste testing this heavenly beverage in Portugal, my favorite region of China.
Portugal's dueling parties both want more Chinese investments.
Whoa.
That's fine.
Like music to my...
Post the funny... If I look up no fuckers young, will it come up with the... I have this set as my... Oh, that's a rare one. That's a rare one. How did that go to the front page? I have this set as my... This is my channel watermark on my main YouTube channel, like in the bottom right corner. It's so genius. Yeah, that picture of him, that was taken about 2 weeks ago. Anyways.
So, by the way,
We're gonna hear that a lot. Like,
look,
the bottle looks
look
cool
at that,
as fuck.
look at that epic bot. Yeah, the Chinese like because
Smartest no fuckers take here. Yep, can really see that bottle.
it's not beautiful design.
You're the OG CCP.
You hold your hand behind it so it autofocuses. That's like 101.
Chill.
Literally,
I really like this.
very chuggable in my opinion.
Yeah,
So,
it's so much lighter.
I will be honest, to me, all beer tastes the same. Unless you're having like an IPA. And IPAs can be really nice, or they can just be absolute piss. Like, it's just not even enjoyable to drink.
yeah.
Lager. I'm not gonna lie.
Any Americans, by the way, in chat that drink, you're excluded from joining the conversation because you guys have Coors Light.
The first beer of the night is always gonna be the best.
Yeah, the
beer of
best.
the night.
Yeah.
Thank you, Luna, for the Prime 4 months Steam. Appreciate it.
Maybe, yeah.
But this is like, come on, man.
No, yeah.
This is S.
Yeah. I'd say this is a good A or S. Yeah, that's
I've always been synced how Pole.
Yeah.
nice.
By the way, that whole video is on...
I guarantee you get all these guys in a room. You get them to do like a blind taste test with beer. They would not be able to tell the difference. Not unless you got like a... What's that one in the UK they always order and everyone simps over it? Oh, the Neck Oil IPA. That's right. Everyone's like, oh, £7 for a pint. But the glass is so... Look at this Neck Oil. Look at the glass it comes in. Look at that. Oh, it's so colourful. I have to have a pint of that. It's definitely worth £9 fucking pounds. Oh, my goodness. Nectar of the gods.
on Roman's channel, and I want to let you guys know that Andy Milanakis, the man who has a song with Chief Keef, commented on it agreeing with me. So if that is not an endorsement, I don't know what is. Sosa, put me in the mansion, bro, please. Look, man, the first thing I did when I landed...
The only good alcohol is Bailey's. Bailey's is grim. Oh, it's so sweet. I can just feel the calories when I drink Bailey's. It's grim.
did in China earlier this year was drink a Tsingtao, and honestly I want it to be the last thing I do in my life ever as well, because going out with a Tsingtao in my hand is truly the best possible way I can imagine transitioning to the afterlife. So China's gonna be taking the W with this one, I can't lie. That being said, if anyone knows any way I can get my hands on a Taedong gang, I don't care how many bands I gotta drop, I don't care how many politicians I gotta make disappear, by slapping them in the face when there's nerve agent on my hands for what I believe is a YouTube prank. Yes, this is...
Are you on that? Yeah, this is the prank. I'm gonna move the camera, by the way. I've explained this before, but Kim Jong-un's like half-brother, I think, was killed because he tried to defect and give secrets away to the Western world. Look at the woman that poisoned him. She's wearing a shirt that says LOL. Like, you actually cannot make it up. And the worst thing is, she wasn't... They thought she was like a spy. She was put up to it. Wait, well, I'll wait to see if he explains the law here, because I've explained it before, but it's really interesting.
It's actually one of the methods North Korea uses to carry out their political assassinations. They recruit random innocent people from other countries via email, tell them they're on a YouTube prank show, put poison on their hands, and get them to go slap the ops of the North Korean state at location.
That is literally what they do, by the way. Like, that's how these two women basically killed his half-brother. Because they approached them at the airport and were like, hey, we're filming this prank video. We'll give you like $200. We got this like funny dust. Just like go put it on his face. It'll be really funny. Pranked. And then it was a nerve toxin, so he died.
Such as
But like being killed by someone that has a t-shirt on that says lol, like there's just something really horrible about that.
Malaysian airports. Absolutely insane, right? You literally cannot make this shit up, man. And yeah, please guys, watch out for this. If you ever get a suspicious email
Is this like an old ass FouseyTube prank? Bro went into like the tomes for this one.
from the owner of a YouTube prank channel asking you to go around slapping people, you know, it's not 2015 anymore. Chances are it's the North Korean government. So just watch out for that, guy.
That's so funny, Fousey. You were pretending to hit people and then like feigning it. That's hilarious.
But
especially when women are alone in the elevator. I actually might buy a t-shirt that says LOL on it now.
to be fair, I might consider doing something like this if I was being repaid in Taedong gang. Like, bro, I don't care if I got to sail from China to Taiwan and plant a communist flag. I'll do it. And maybe then I can amend this section. Alternatively, if the DPRK can prove to me that they actually created hangover-free alcohol.
I swear North Korea will just actually claim anything. And because you can't go there to like verify it, it's like, okay, yeah, sure. For free alcohol.
Oh, like they claim. North Korea can get an honorary dub in the future. All you gotta do is hit my line, Kim. Send me a DM, bro.
Could you imagine how terrifying alcohol would be if it did not cause hangovers, though? That would actually be like the scariest. I mean, it's like what people have said now, like people that work in medicine. It's like if we discovered alcohol like within the last 20 years, it would not be legal. We would just outright ban it. It'd be a controlled substance.
Bro, right now, just let me know to it. Right, our second category shootout is London embassies. Now, despite China's current plans to build a mega embassy in Europe's biggest city, London, their current embassy really isn't much to...
If you're enough of an alcoholic, you don't get a hangover. Is that true? Is that like a superpower? Dude, I can have 2 beers and then I feel like shit for like 3 days.
Brag about. Basically, they've wanted to update it for ages. It's actually been in the same spot since the fucking Qing Empire in 1877, making its physical legacy about as old as Canada. So yeah, for a while they've wanted to give the UK hella money to build a gigantic new...
No, I don't mean I'm hungover for 2 days. I mean like I just won't feel, you know, when you just feel a bit off. Like you'll be hungover the next day and you just don't feel 100% still. Like you're just still a little bit flat almost.
Embassy near the Royal Mint. But obviously the leaders of the UK, as per usual, don't...
Like the cope about like drinking when you're like in your late 20s and how it's a million times worse and you just might as well not drink. Like it is so true, genuinely.
Want to earn money. Yeah, for those who don't know, not earning any money at all has been our key political strategy for the last decade or so. Therefore, China haven't been allowed to update their embassy and are stuck with this bullshit.
Thank you, Dan, for the example, 5 months.
Australia gets this colossal fucking palace. Like, bro, what do they even do in that embassy, bro? Haggle over the price of beer and Lebanese.
What do Australia do for money? What is their source of income? Is it just talking funny? I don't get it. Mining? Oh, true, actually, yeah. They've got a lot of untapped mines and stuff. That's true. Kangaroo burger. That's it. Just kangaroo burger. Centrelink. Oh, I'm gonna kiss me fucking Centrelink chick.
Food in Clapham or something? Alright, bro. Just wait till I show you North Korea's London embassy, though.
Okay, I have seen this embassy before. It's hilarious. Like, imagine the most UK-looking house imaginable, and I actually think it isn't even a detached house. It's connected to just some poor random person living next door. I think.
Talking luxury, prime real estate, $1 billion.
You see the money.
Yes.
That is the house, by the way. That is the North Korean embassy. Like, oh my god.
So like,
it's not even a bad house, but like that's meant to represent your whole country.
Obviously, I know a lot of middle to lower class people that live in the UK. I know some students in London that live in kind of shitty accommodation. And you know, maybe you go over to their house to hang out, have a cuppa when you're in town. This is where they live.
Bruh. Imagine living next to that. Look at that. Like, you had your sad little flag. It doesn't change anything. I mean, the worst thing is as well, that's probably like a £2 million house just because like London housing is just comedic. You moved, oh my, you moved next to the North Korean embassy. Imagine the spying they'd do on you. That would be horrible. We move next door to the North Korean embassy and see at first hand how Kim Jong-un's secretive regime is echoed in West London. We rented a property for 4 days. Oh, it's 1.3 mil? I was saying 2 to be fair, but close enough. Why would you do that? Oh, yeah, that's not going to arouse any suspicion. Yeah, Jeremy, get a picture of me in front of the North Korean embassy. Yeah, they got 2 diplomatic Mercedes. I will be honest, I find it insane that they even have an embassy in the UK. That is pretty crazy. Workers cleaning the front yard. Yeah, they're probably all bought in from North Korea as well, right? You couldn't risk like hiring like a UK worker. Embassy staff appeared nervous. Yeah, no wonder. They retreated inside without saying a word. Officials enter and exit the property through automatic gates. Officials living in the secretive embassy rarely emerge. What is that? Oh, the Korean flag is rarely seen flying. A basketball hoop in the backyard. Oh my god, that's because he loves Dennis Rodman. Yeah, that's crazy though. Oh my god.
Bruh. This is their house. This is their crib. Also, not only is this shit in West London, it's in fucking Acton. You know what?
Wait, no, West London's good though. That's the only good place in London, isn't it? I thought West London was like the only safe place in London. I thought it was north, south, and east that sucked.
What's in Acton? Nothing apart from knife crime and fabric shops. The London North Korean embassy, depending on the time you leave.
What does getting one guide mean? What does that mean? Are you saying I'm being psyoped by one guy? I mean, yes, he's giving me money, so I'm more inclined to believe him.
Is closer to fucking Reading than Canary Wharf. And look, I gotta respect the underdog. I gotta respect someone trying to make it out the hood. Also, I don't know if any of you have seen this North Korean propaganda girl on social media.
Nice to see you again. I'm Song In from Pyongyang. I'm 11 years old and 5th year in the primary school.
Can you guess where I am right now?
You're in North Korea.
Everything is under control as it used to be, and
What in the... You hear that accent? The English accent breaking through?
everyone is just fine. There goes the bell.
Just the Vine thud afterwards. Everyone is just fine.
Control as it used to be,
Okay, like, what are you trying to sound like Queen Elizabeth, bro?
and everyone is just fine. There goes the
Yeah, that's cope.
bell. I gotta go. I come in spring to look at the flowers. Then cheer up.
Pyongyang, where I live, is a
What's with the Helldivers thing there?
very beautiful and magnificent city. Have you ever been to Pyongyang? Well, if you come here, you'll be totally surprised because literally wherever you go, there are amusement parks.
But notice how
Wherever you go, there are amusement parks. I don't remember seeing that in the Vice documentary.
she kind of has a posh British accent. That's because she
Oh, this guy. This guy I've seen all over TikTok. I forget his name, but his entire bit is like teaching you etiquette, like how to eat, you know, like a knife and fork, or, you know, how to pour wine, that kind of stuff. He is working with the North Korean government. I have no proof of this, but I'm making that claim now.
That's because she's the daughter of the vice foreign minister.
Did no one in chat knows his name, so someone just said Le Funny Manners Man. What's his name? What is his name? If I look... It's actually crazy how looking up the UK etiquette man, it actually came up with him. Yeah, William Hanson. What did you say earlier? What did you say? Le Funny Etiquette Man or Le Funny Manners Man? Yeah, all he does is literally just show you how to have manners. Basically. Oh my god, they put him on Loose Women. Great.
Now, yes. I think chivalry is updated now. It shouldn't just be you pulled out their chair because they're a woman. It's just because they're a human being, whether they're male, gender, however they identify.
Right.
We can adapt the etiquette to
Very progressive. I respect that. Sadly, you're on loose women, so we'll not be watching. Anyways.
Minister of the DPRK and spent some of her childhood living inside of this building we've been talking about. So just for the sake of law and also just
well, she lives in that house. Unlucky.
How funny it is that some guy
she just like us, bro. She come from the ends.
Called Darren has the North Korean embassy as his neighbor. They're gonna take the dub here. North Korea 1 point up. And if I talk about embassies for any longer, I swear that
what does a Chinese embassy look like? I bet you it's a mega complex. Damn, that's big. I remember seeing the US embassy in London, and it actually just looks like the most scary looking building. That's right. Because in the UK, we love to suck off America. We love to glaze America, so we gave them the biggest building. Yeah, that's right. They've got the concrete walls and stuff around it as well. That's right.
they're gonna give me the Saudi treatment. So let's instead talk about Dennis Rodman co-sign.
Look at the UK embassy in America. We'd have loads though, wouldn't we? The British embassy in Washington? Bruh. What the fuck? You gave us like a primary school and you just like, here you go, is your embassy? Yeah, nice one. Are you trolling? Is that it? You get like Utopia building here and then we just get like rundown Georgian school. Nice one. Thanks, man.
Hey, North Korea 1, China 0. Sorry guys, another point up for North Korea. Yo, I got a quick little unofficial bonus round for you guys right now. Languages. Now in North Korea, they basically just speak old-fashioned Korean, which makes sense. I mean, just imagine if in the year 1945, England split into two, one half remaining socially almost exactly the same for 70 years, being closed off from the world's development in how we speak, and the other side developing alongside and very connected with the West. It would be crazy. Northerners would still be saying shit like gobbledygook or fuddy-duddy or hidey-ho.
I think Northerners are a very weird, strange breed of people. Like, you guys have seen like, hang on a minute. I gotta pull up a very good example here. Let's have a look.
Right, hello my friends, and welcome back to This Week on the Internet Big.
Could not understand a word. I'm very happy the producers chose to put subtitles in there. Could not understand a word.
Etc. So
yeah, it's, you know, being Northern, it's a curse.
Basically, 26 million North Koreans speak the Korean equivalent of Winston Churchill's English.
At any rate, that is what we're going to try to do. That is the result of his measures in government.
Whereas if we look over to China, where 71% of people speak Mandarin, we therefore by far have the most spoken language on Earth. 900 million.
Isn't that crazy how just because it's in China, it is the most spoken language in the world? Because it's Mandarin, then it's Spanish, then it's English.
Million people speaking the same fucking language. That's 3 times the amount of Spanish or English speakers. Absolutely insane. Which is why maybe you should consider learning Mandarin like me. And that, my friend.
I remember No Fuckers was learning Mandarin. I'm not sure if he actually learnt any. Or if he just drank beer instead.
Friend is where italki comes in. Using this online language learning platform, you can take personalized one-on-one lessons with native speaking teachers anytime, anywhere. Because it's just you and the teacher, you'll really focus on.
Why are you dressed up, bro? This is an ad read. You're dressed up like you're about to deal someone fence. What are you doing? This is like we've got Blade at home. Why are you dressed up like that, man? Oh my god.
You're speaking and listening, you know, more conversational skills, which will increase your confidence through actual interactions. For me, that's about 1,000 million
Oh, I know it's an ad, but that dress, oh.
times more useful than what you get out of conventional lessons. When I
Blade red light outfit.
Oh, you guys are my faves. All right. Blade, what's your favorite emoji?
The screaming one.
The screaming one.
All right. Blade, what's your favorite emoji?
The screaming one.
Yes. Echo, what's the scariest thing you've seen in a dream?
I'm not telling you that.
Blade, what is your favorite currency?
No, I like the Swedish. No, I don't like the Swedish krona anymore because they changed it. It's not good anymore. So the dollars probably.
Could you imagine I went to Sweden for 3 months just to gang stalk these two and I never met them once? Like, actually, where I live.
Echo, can you tell me a place that's definitely haunted?
Paris.
Sick. Bye.
Bye. See you next time.
Blade, what's your favorite emoji? Oh, the screaming one. I like the screaming one.
I took language classes in school. I genuinely didn't gain any useful conversational skills. But 30 minutes on italki with my teacher, and I already had the basic phrases down.
So you could read after me, 你好.
你好.
Yeah.
谢谢 is thank you.
Yeah, thank you. The J, we pronounce T, so 再见.
可以，再见.
If you want to find a mentor that's a good...
Did you record this video in like 2006 or something? Like, what is this like Skype layout? It's like MSN Messenger.
match for you, just like I did. italki makes it easy. There's over 30,000 teachers, and you can find the perfect one through filtering by lesson category or even where the teacher's from. And best of all, with italki, you can pay for each lesson.
I'll be honest, I'm just gonna let it play.
Individually. There's no subscriptions, and lessons are priced from only $5.
Yes.
You also get 3 trial lessons, which are refundable, so there's no financial risk involved.
Yes.
Start your language learning journey now with the link below in the description, and don't forget to use the promo code GEOPOLD2506, all caps. This gives the first 50 users an extra $5 when they make their first purchase of $10 or more. So be quick, sign up now. Next up, we got robberies. Now, the dedicated subscribers of this channel, which, by the way, you could become right now with one tap of your mouse pad or your phone screen. Anyway, you motherfuckers know I'm Swedish, which means I hold some serious animosity in my heart when the words North Korea and robberies are included in the same sentence. Do you know?
Wait! I heard Sweden mentioned. I heard Blade mentioned. Hang on a minute. Just a minute.
I'm Swedish, which means...
Oh, thank God. I came back at just the right moment. Thank God.
I hold some serious animosity in my heart when the words North Korea and...
Put on some pants. It's my house. I do what I want.
Robberies are included in the same sentence. Do you know what these damn Koreans did to my people? Do you know? Well, let me read to you what in Sweden we call a saga. 50 years ago, the North Korean regime committed the largest car robbery in human history against the Swedish government. Not a joke.
Well, you're wearing a Half-Life shirt. Anyways.
I'm being 100% serious. That's right. Following World War II, Sweden was pumping out lots of very reliable, well-built cars. Volvo, Saab. This is because their economy and...
When has Sweden not been sucking off like every country imaginable, though? Let's be real.
Their factories weren't blown to smithereens like the rest of Europe. For no particular reason, of course. Anyway, around this time, Volvo wanted to expand into Asia and set their sights on North Korea. Sweden became the first Western country to set up an embassy here. They were like, it's an untapped market, plus we kind of fuck with the whole leftist vibe they got going on. Shortly after this, massive trade contracts were signed, part of which included the sale of 1,000 Volvo 144s to North Korea. Kim Il-sung said he liked...
That's why that's all you see over there, genuinely. Because the Swedes just set them all the cars and they were like, do we make more? Nah.
Like the rigid design, the European look, and the famed reliability. A bit like our beer. Just to clarify, not Swedish beer, European beer. So the 1,000...
Was that Norland's Gold?
Like our beer.
Wait a minute.
Just to...
Oh, Norland's Gold! Yeah, good beer, yeah.
Clarify, not Swedish beer, European beer. So the 1,000 Volvos were shipped.
You know Jake Gyllenhaal's actually Swedish as well. God, I'm such a loser. He's like, he's part of the Gyllenhaal family. It's like a really old Swedish family. It's been going on for like hundreds of years.
And Sweden never, ever heard any...
Yeah, it's 3.5% because you can't... In Sweden, you can't get beer stronger than 3.5% unless you go to like specific shops. If you go to like any supermarket, they're not legally allowed to sell stronger than 3.5% because everyone in Sweden is a chronic alcoholic.
Anything back. Volvo tried again and again to get the money, even just a letter, just one last phone call, one last text.
No, you can get above 3.5%, but you know, you need to go to Systembolaget, which is like, am I doing Sweden law on this stream? Systembolaget. It's like basically, the alcohol in Sweden is owned by the government. So you can't just go... You can go into a supermarket or a 7-Eleven. You can buy beer. But the problem is then... They don't sell wine. They can't sell... They basically aren't allowed to sell anything above 3.5%. It's called like the people's beer. It can't be above anything than that. If you want to get anything stronger than 3.5%, you need to go to a system. And systems are like... They're like... They're open very limited hours. I think it's like 9 in the morning until 5 in the evening. And then on the weekends, they open at 11 and they shut at like 2. So they purposely limit the hours to stop people just like binge drinking, basically. So you could definitely be an alcoholic in Sweden if you want to be. You just need to prepare for it. Because you can't order alcohol or anything like that in Sweden. It's just impossible. Like no one does that. But yeah, it's really weird, these stores, because when you go to a liquor store or like a supermarket that sells alcohol, it was actually whiplash. Like when I went back to the UK, going into like a Tesco or a Sainsbury's and just seeing, as soon as you walk in the door, like bottles of whiskey just being promoted on sale. It's like, what the fuck? Because that's illegal in Sweden. You can't ever have alcohol on sale. And also, to make sure nothing gets promoted unfairly, all the beer you find in Systembolaget, they can never put it in a fridge, so it's all warm beer. It's really... Basically, what they've tried to do is... I think it was like in the 1800s, they banned alcohol. Everyone rioted because everyone was getting drunk all the time and not working. And then the king was like, okay, tell you what, we'll give you alcohol back, but we control it. The state controls it. You don't get to control it. And it basically never changed after that. So the laws are very strange. They're basically doing everything they can to make alcohol seem... They're trying to get rid of alcohol as much as they can without actually getting rid of it, if that makes sense. But the systems are so weird. It's like, you can only buy it in certain stores, and it's these really fancy stores. Like, everyone's dressed up really nice. And then if you go over to alcohol, it doesn't just show you the price, it shows you where it's sourced from. It shows you the best kind of food it goes with, the flavor profile. It's like you're in like a Gucci store or something. It's so weird. They make it look really like bougie. Really strange. But the thing is that they're doing that to combat alcoholism, right? But nothing like stops an alcoholic from just buying like 20 bottles of vodka. Like there is no limit to how much you can buy. So it's really weird. I don't know. They've just had that system for like basically, I don't know, like nearly 100 years now. And they just never changed it.
Confirming the breakup.
What about the prices? Oh, the prices are ridiculous. Yeah, they're really expensive. They're very expensive. They're taxed out the arse. The Swedish government makes so much money off alcohol sales.
Any communication, please. Any reply. But Kim Il-sung had already moved on, hanging out with all the cool new players like China and East Germany, refusing to even acknowledge poor Sweden's existence. And to this day, the Swedish government and Volvo never forgot. Once every 2 years, they ask Pyongyang to pay off the debt, which today, due to inflation, is roughly $314 million. This is the most debt North Korea...
That's buying 2 beers in Sweden.
Korea owes to any country in the world. North Korea owe the most debt, not to China, not the US, not anyone important. Fucking Sweden, just over some Volvos, man. Best of all, they can still be seen driving around the DPRK now and then today. Most reliable cars on earth, man, I'm telling you. Swedish engineering, man. And yes, despite all this, we still have weirdly close ties to North Korea.
Sweden's ambassador doing yoga in Pyongyang.
For example, Sweden is...
What?
One of the few countries to, in 2025...
Why is it funny? Because it's stretched out. Like, what is wrong with my humor, man?
Have an embassy in Pyongyang. An embassy that exists to do all of the USA's hard work for them as a neutral third party. Oh, and also in order to passive-aggressively tweet about Volvo sightings in the city. Still going strong. One of Volvo's from year 1974. Still unpaid for by DPRK. Running as taxi in Chongjin with almost 500,000 kilometers on the odometer. Still unpaid for.
I don't give a fuck. It's not me and you. You say your wife's name one more time, I'm gonna delete all that motherfucking money.
Okay, well then surely China can't pull off such a equally insane heist. How could China possibly top this? What have China robbed exactly? Yeah, fair point. Now, mega projects.
Mega projects. Surely China has them beat. You guys have seen that city in China that's like 20, 30 stories or something. There's like different floors to it.
Look, this one's going to be hard. This one's going to be close.
No, it's not.
This one's going to be a close call, I think, because for China, we're talking north-south water transfer project, redirecting 12 trillion gallons of water over.
Swedish artists be like, I make music for the severely mentally ill. Bruh, his top third song is actually Agony as well. Okay, no, I think you're onto something there, actually. Fair enough.
For more than 1,000 kilometers, the Three Gorges Dam, which affects the flow of water so drastically that it legitimately slows down the Earth's fucking rotation. And look, even the Great Wall of China drastically affected the entire world's course of history. And then we have a look over at the great rivals, North Korea.
What have they made?
We're talking...
What have they made? I actually want to know what they've made.
1,000-foot tall pyramid skyscrapers, one of history's largest hotels, which potentially may or may not have never received a single visitor and had its free grand openings cancelled due to the elevator shafts being low-key crooked and the country not even having access to enough raw materials to complete anything aside from the foundations and a cool LED panel. Man, fuck Gorbachev, bro. All my homies hate Gorbachev. Imagine how sick it would have been to knock back a pint of Taedong Gang in the revolving penthouse suite of a communist megalithic pyramid. We could have had it so good, bro. We could have had it so fucking good.
Will iShowSpeed ever visit North Korea? I think that'd be a great stream idea.
Yeah, the only real mega project North Korea has completed to its full extent is their stadium, which, fair play to them, it is the biggest stadium on planet Earth with a seated capacity of 150,000 people. It's extremely unlikely this place has ever been full. Either way, stadiums don't really impress me, I can't lie. I actually went to what was previously the world's biggest stadium in Prague, Strahov Stadium. It kind of had some North Korea vibes, low-key, because it's now completely abandoned. And I didn't go there for anything sports or history related. No, I went there to go to a
Why does like everything in Eastern Europe look like City 17, man?
rave. And I
Look, I know that's where the inspiration from. I know that's where it's from.
did a load of in the locker rooms of Strahov Stadium when I with my good friend Gatsu. So basically what I'm saying is Chinese mega projects kind of a bit more impressive than North Korea's. So
The low standard Chinese
China
city.
taking a lead now by
Yeah, we knew China was going to win that one. Come on.
1 point. Our next category up is going to be nuclear weapons.
It might be Korea. I think it actually might be Korea, unironically.
Now, in terms of their military actions, I can't really back either of these countries, man. That's not my mans, you know. Look, both the DPRK and China are out to destroy my homies. Both have threatened to obliterate the Philippines. My boy Wow Mel's from there. Both of these countries, to different extents, arm and do business with Russia, who have attempted many times and threatened to obliterate Georgia. My boy Gatsu's from there. So it's a tricky one for me, man. Can you imagine the state of the geopolitical meme YouTube scene if either China or North Korea had their way? It would be bleak, bro. However, I will say one thing. Look at this North Korean nuclear target map. Bro, what the fuck did we do, bro? Why you say fuck me for? What the f—
Wait. Why we got Birmingham mentioned here?
thing. Look at this North Korean nuclear target map.
I was from Birmingham. What the fuck? That's not very nice. I mean, Coventry, no, fair enough. That can go. Fucking hell, that can actually go. Centres of government. You're saying Kidderminster is the centre of government. Are you joking? It's literally just sheep and old people. What? Who made this? Who actually made this map? What? York? Nothing happens in York, bro. You've got Sean Bean and that's it. Who made this? Somerset is safe. They're trying to throw them off. It was the intel. It was just really bad intel. I mean, yeah, Birmingham. Fair enough.
Bro, what the fuck?
It's the fact that they valued Kidderminster above Birmingham though. Like that is actually the worst intel you could have gave.
What did we do, bro? Why?
Scotland's safe because nothing happens there. Nothing happens. Bro, I just played a game last week. Like made by Scottish people, and nothing happened.
Why you say fuck me for? What the fuck? And come on now, after that warship incident in North Korea, whilst obviously, definitely 100% being an act of sabotage and criminal negligence, all I'll say is the DPRK lost a bit of aura for me right there. And on the other hand, the Chinese guys sailing all the way to Taiwan just to plant a CCP flag increased China's aura for me a bit right there. So taking recent news into account, it's going to be another point up for China. The next category up.
Scotland has no enemies because they hate everyone. I have never seen a country try to secede more from the UK in my life.
Is metro systems.
Oh wow, was that Joshua Block? Oh. Do we check up on him actually? I don't want to do another video on him. I kind of want to check up on him though, because I uninstalled TikTok, so I've not been in the loop about what he's been doing at all. I will finish this video though. All right, we'll check how Joshua Block's been doing in a few. I actually want to see how he's been.
Now, like many similar countries in North Korea, trains are generally the way to get around, even being Kim Jong-un himself's transport method of choice.
They're wiping it clean and it hasn't even stopped, dude.
Respect. As you all know, I really love a good train. Air travel around a DPRK is very weird. Just look at the airport, you can tell no one uses it. Apparently, when you fly over North Korea, you have to close your windows. It's crazy. Basically, if you're able to get around, you're going to be using trains. However, obviously China is going to clear literally any other country, maybe with the exception of Japan, when it comes to trains, as I've previously explained. So let's instead focus on the metro systems. Now, China, yeah, it's all modern and efficient and clean and on time and perfect, but bro, just consider the aura of the Pyongyang metro system real quick. I love these communist...
He was definitely paid by North Korea, by the way. The glaze is unprecedented.
This metro system so much, man. Pyongyang's metro reminds me so much of Tbilisi's metro. Even the cars look identical.
Hey, yo, why the f does a metro in Pyongyang look better than the metro in the hood I grew up in? This shit looks like a fucking coal mine, and they haven't fixed it for the past 7 years. Hell nah, bro. My government is so bad. Fucking North Korea.
Have you seen the... I don't want to say it. I'm going to say it. The Stockholm metro is so good. Oh my god. Like, they've got all these, like, because they drilled through all this rock, but they kept the rock. So it's all like, it looks like you're walking through a cave. It's sick.
Korea cares more about their people than the Georgian government. Genuinely, look at this shit. Their metro looks objectively very good. And in Tbilisi, my old station has had no fucking roof for the last 7 years.
The mystery surrounding these underground tunnels, they're hardly ever...
It's not glazed, man. Have you seen, like, the London Underground? Seventh world underground.
Ever exposed to the outside world, the little double Kims up in the train car, how deep in the fucking bedrock this all is, how it doubles as a nuclear bunker. It's just amazing to me, man. So it's gonna be another point for North Korea, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I calculated this a bit wrong, so I'm gonna give them 2 points for this, meaning we're at a draw now.
That's a bit of a glaze. 2 points.
Which means this last round's gonna...
He's so obviously going to North Korea next month and he just doesn't want to get shot. It's really obvious.
It'll be a tiebreaker. And what better category to determine our final decision than food?
I actually don't know. What would win here? Because North Korea has no food. And then Chinese food... I've had Chinese food before, but it can be it's very greasy. But I'm guessing it's not actual Chinese food. I'm not talking about getting a Chinese takeaway in the UK, by the way, because I know that's just a meme. But I've been to, like, Chinese restaurants and stuff, and it is kind of like, you know, the pork belly, that kind of stuff. Like, it is Yumma's food, but you feel like an absolute slob afterwards.
I don't know. It's a hard choice, man. But look, unfortunately, petrol clams just aren't...
Petrol clams.
Aren't really to my taste. But you want to know what does taste good? Social credit scores. Thank you guys. That's right. Once again, we got China taking the W. And yes, for everyone asking.
Wait. We skimmed over that a little bit, I think, buddy.
The luxury Chengdu penthouse is treating me well. You might be able to hear it in my voice. I've gone through approximately 8,457 packs of Chonghwas, 5,076 cans of Tsingtao, and 10,780 morning push-ups with the local elderly population. I've never felt better. And if you want to show your support for this lifestyle I'm living, please go hit that subscribe button, maybe that like button, maybe the notification button, maybe even the share button. Or I'm not making any threats, but there could be some bad repercussions coming your way from the Chinese government.
Dude, that glaze is unreal. I also like the Rizzler. He's not beating the allegations that he just looks like Tony Soprano. Literally. I love Geopold. He's funny.